Sorry, before we start, I really want to see Greg's hair. Like the
yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, it looks so good. Greg, come here, Samantha wants to see your hair. Come right in.
Oh wow, it looks really good.
How amazing, but put your head up normal, like as if you're looking at her normal.
Can you stand back a little bit? Yeah. Oh wow. It's looking really good, isn't it?
Honest.
No, because you know why I said it? Because on holidays a few times where Paul's been like...
Oh, Samantha, he should definitely, if he's thinking about it...
I don't think he will, though. I don't think Paul's is that bad. It's just a little bit, like, sometimes see-through.
See-through.
But it looks really
That's
good.
when we notice Greg's most on holiday, when you get out of the pool and stuff.
Holiday when it's wet. Yeah, that is it, isn't it?
Hello.
Hello,
Auntie.
Are you going to your house?
Paul, Rosie and Edward are going to come over to our new house next week. Oh, they can't hear you. That's why they're not reacting.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Paul, Rosie and Edward and Auntie are going to come over to the house next week and come swimming with us.
And next time we come, Daddy, and Paul, Rosie come, will you get that sleeping thing?
Yeah, and do you know what as well? Be good. By then, we've ordered a little...
We ordered a slipping slide.
No way, did you? Can I go on it?
Yeah. You can go on it as well.
Give me a kiss, you're going. Say bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love
See you
you.
next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye, darling.
Love you. Oh, sorry. Bit lippy. Love you.
Yeah, his hair's looking really good, isn't it? He's very pleased with
he's
it.
really pleased with it. It just has made, honestly, the biggest difference.
And yeah, no, it just looks really good. I look at it.
Yeah, he's
it
like...
looks really full here as well.
Who, Nelly? All right, we'll just warn her that you go upstairs and tell her that you'll be leaving her here with me. Oh my God, honestly, this house.
So Nelly doesn't want to go, she wants to stay
No,
at home.
what's happened is they was doing clay, making clay. It was going all very well up in my room. It was all nice, and Arthur's squashed one of her models, like the clay models, and she's basically lost it over it. Bless her. She made a little heart, half pink and half blue. She said it's for the baby. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl, so it's blue and pink.
Oh, that's so cute.
And Arthur's,
he's destroyed it.
So it's caused mayhem in the house. Anyway, first day of summer holidays. Woohoo!
Bring on the next 7 weeks.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Sam and Billie show. How's Edward? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to cuddle him.
He's lovely. He's actually awake, so at some point he might need a feed, but he might fall asleep, I'm not sure. But he's so... I'll get him. Should I get him?
Can you get him now,
please?
please?
Yeah, goes to sleep?
Please. I need to see him.
Okay, one sec. He hasn't had a bath yet. He might be a little...
Hello.
Look, it's Auntie.
Hello, my chunky boy. Hello, my chunky.
No,
Oh no, sorry.
He can't hear you. Look, can you see Auntie?
Hello. Oh my God, look at Chunkaboos. Oh my God, look at him.
Right, I'm going to take him back.
Oh, he looks so
I'll see you next
lovely.
week, Auntie.
See you next week. He looks so lovely and chunky. Samantha, you are looking very bronzed and glowy and gorgeous.
Like the same colour as this shirt.
You look so well. My goodness.
Thank you. Do you know what? I don't know how. I think, it's like having the kids running around swimming pool. I actually think the less harder you try, the more tanned you get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like you just
as
get
you get older.
like you say, walking about in the pool. So how was it? Travelling with 3, holiday with 3.
It was. We had such a lovely time. And obviously, to be honest, at first I was thinking, first one as a family of 5 with a newborn. And I don't remember taking Paul or Rosie away as young as Edward. So Edward
because
was 8 weeks.
they were winter babies, so you probably waited till like Easter, didn't you, with them?
Yeah, so it was like, I wonder how it's going to be. So airport, honestly, he was such a little dream. He basically, when we got into the airport, I think it's like he's not been in somewhere like that before.
Yeah.
So when he was in his buggy, it's like so big and spacious and all like loads going on, isn't there?
Yeah.
And he just kind of dozed off. And obviously travelling, I think we was a bit like, I wonder what it's going to be like because of all the news saying things are being cancelled, delays, this, that. It was absolutely fine. We flew from Heathrow to obviously Mallorca, and check-in, everything was perfect. There was a big queue at security, but it was moving, you know, it wasn't like, it was, I don't know, it was a good sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, but it wasn't horrendous. Like, I was thinking the worst.
Of course.
But yeah, so all fine. I took the sling with me as well because I knew there'd be at some points maybe where we wouldn't have the pushchair, but actually you can take your pushchair all the way up to the flight, so it was quite good. But then he wanted to be in the sling for a bit, so do you know, like through security, and then you have to put everything through, don't you?
Yeah.
I put Edward in the sling, and that actually is a godsend. So if you've got a newborn and you're travelling, I would 100% recommend taking a sling with you, because there's a lot going on, you're walking about, and they just like being on you. Then you've got 2 free arms obviously to help,
2 free hands
with the other kids, or you know, if you're shopping and whatever else. So that was definitely a must-have if you've got a newborn, actually, or even older, because them slings can go up to quite old, can't they? But yeah, and I just said to Paul, I know, 2-year-old, imagine, break your back. But I said to Paul, I was like, you just deal with Paul and Rosie, and I'll just deal with Edward, like with the whole airport scenario.
Yeah, like you have to have a plan, I bet, like a plan, like, so yeah, Paul watches the older 2 and you're just with the baby.
And it just worked. And I said, if we just do it that way, then we know that this is going to be fine. I mean, Rosie, as soon as we sat down, Rosie spilled orange juice all over her. You can imagine, can't you? Oh, and she had another boo-boo. I put brand new, do you know, like when you're getting ready for the airport, you're going on holiday, you kind of want them to be in like nice new outfits, or you just want it all fresh and, you know, to get nice pictures and just, you know, fresh. Anyway, so she had a brand new pair of trainers on. I shouldn't have done it. As soon as we got out of the car and walking into the airport, my foot's hurting. And I thought the last thing I want her to do is have a blister for the holiday.
No.
So basically, the whole time through the airport, Rosie had either no shoes on or Paul had to hold her. It was just a bit. Basically, don't put nude shoes on your children when you're going to the airport if you haven't given them a test run already. Because that was a bit of a nightmare. But
very true.
But other than that, we got there, got to the hotel, and it was lovely. Like Edward was so well behaved. Like I think the heat took over.
I see he had a little poo explosion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So we got on the plane. So this whole journey through the airport and flying, Edward was good as gold. And we've got on the flight, sat there, and he was having a little feed. And sometimes when he feeds, he poos at the same time. It must just be like he's like stomach working in his system. Anyway, he done like a massive poo. And as I'm sitting there holding him, I knew he'd done one, but I thought we've got to wait till we take off so I can change him. And I could feel it all in me. It literally went all up and down his back, and it was all over my trousers. Probably the biggest one that he's ever done. And it was all over me, and then he decided to fall asleep. So do you know when you take off, like the white noise is like really noisy?
Did you just think leave it?
I did. And he was kind of in a blanket on me.
They don't
so it wasn't
smell either at that age.
It's not like a human shite. It's like that little, you know, it's like the little mustardy CD. Anyway, so I sat there, but Paul kept looking over at me, and I was like, this is hilarious. I was like, but for about an hour, I sort of just stayed where I was, because I thought, all I want is for him to have a nice flight. I don't want him screaming. I don't want him to disturb everyone else. I don't want to have all the evil eyes looking at me. Do you know what I mean?
No,
so I just thought,
of course. Just stick. Anyway, then when he finally started stirring, I think it was because he was uncomfortable because of the poo. When he started. So thankfully, obviously, you have to take like 5 baby grows spare. So I had like loads of spare clothes. It was fine. Changed him. He went straight back to sleep. So honestly, the flight, I think the best thing to do when you're travelling with like loads of kids and a newborn is just think the worst, because then so for me, my expectations were thinking it was going to be terrible, and in fact it was good. So I was, apart from the poo explosion. Amazing. Yeah, but that, do you know what, I remember when Nelly was a baby especially, every time we flew she would have a poo explosion, and I think it's because of the pressure and stuff as well, isn't it? Like, it just makes it all come out.
A big massive explosion. And it's funny because I posted it because I had so many people commenting saying they were either about to go on holiday with their newborn and was worrying about that, or that had happened to them.
Yeah.
So it's just like so many people could relate. Yeah. But and we got there. So obviously we went to Mallorca, and it's kind of like, I'd say that it's our favourite little summer holiday. We love it out there. It's so nice. But this time we stayed in a different hotel. The hotel was lovely, like clean. It's quite new. It's only been open a couple of years, and we had like a little swim up pool, which was perfect for the kids.
Oh,
you know,
so
like sometimes
nice.
you don't want to. Anyway, but would I go back in a hurry? I'm not entirely sure. The security, I told you, didn't I, got papped there.
What happened in Pap pictures?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. So a couple of times a pap got into the hotel, and it's quite a private hotel, like kind of up in a hill as well. So it's on private property, and I just sometimes think that, you know, when you go on holiday, look, we're in the public eye and we know we're going to get pictured. But when you book somewhere specifically that's private, you do not expect someone just to be lingering around the swimming pool taking pictures of you and your kids.
But
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so intrusive.
Yeah,
I
really intrusive.
really listen. I know that we're in the public eye, and I think we've had this conversation on here before. I get the pat, you know, obviously, and sometimes it's great. You know, it's great to be papped and be put out there, but I really don't like the sneaky when you're in your bikini and your kids and you're all just around the pool on family holiday. Those, I just think it shouldn't be allowed, especially like in a private property, like where you're on holiday, you're
Exactly.
paid to be in a hotel. I think it's a joke. Like if you was on a public beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever, it is what it is. But I don't think it should be allowed at all. It should be illegal for the press to be able to print them. If you're in a hotel, I think it's wrong.
I think in a hotel around a swimming pool where there's your children, other children.
So intrusive.
I just find it so weird.
And
like,
how on earth did they know you was there?
I don't know, because I mean, obviously I posted that I was in Mallorca, but I usually stay at another hotel. So the last 3 years we've been going to Mallorca, it was a different hotel. So this was a completely different one, and I didn't post anything about the hotel only until now I'm home. Do you know what I mean? I haven't even posted the location of the hotel or anything. I don't know. I just think maybe there's only a couple of paps out there and they've sort of done their rounds and looked to see. But anyway, apart from that little mishap which happened at the beginning of the holiday, the hotel was fine. The staff was good. We stayed in a place called Andrak. So we usually would go like Port Owls, where obviously you've been before, we've all been. But this time we went down a little bit into Andrax, and it's lovely. Like so many lovely little beaches, beach restaurants.
Oh, how lovely. I see that. You went to some really lovely beaches.
Yeah, and do you know what? We was in the hotel, obviously, for breakfast and a little swim around the pool. But we was out quite a lot. We hired a car as well. So
that's a good idea.
we just hired a big car so we could just get around the island a little bit and do a few different bits and bobs rather than just being confined to the hotel. And I think it actually worked really well. Like, it was really nice. And we'd come back sort of like early evening and the kids would swim in the little swim up pool that we've got in the room.
Yeah, how nice.
But it was lovely, and they loved it. And obviously in the daytime sometimes it was a bit hot around the swimming pool, so I'd go back to the room. So it's like all wooden decking, and where it's so hot and like the decking, it was like being in a sauna around the swimming pool. It was a little bit much, but pool, to be honest, big pool. The dads do just love playing in the swimming pool, don't they, with the kids? Like,
just to be like in the pool. Just
you know. And you know what's really funny? It reminded me of me and you. We was playing this game and the kids loved it. We called it the donut game because they were these two little donuts that Rosie'd had from her toys or whatever, but they floated to the bottom. One was pink, one was blue. So I was throwing them.
Oh, they've got to get them.
And then Rosie and Paul had to go and find them. They loved it. And it always reminded me of me and you when we used to play the swimming pool game with the clear cup.
The clear cup. Do you know what? It's so funny. When we was at the house the other day, we had them clear plastic cups. And I said, oh, Mum, remember the cup game? And we used to throw it.
Do you know what? I was
thinking, the coin game. Remember
the coin game. And I was thinking, do I introduce the clear cup? But I think they're too young.
They might
were
find it.
They were struggling a little bit with the donuts, and then one was getting the ump if they couldn't find it. I thought this is going to end in tears.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say about the clear cup, but I thought I'll wait till they're a little bit older.
Yeah, know your limits.
yeah. But no, it was really good. We had a couple of days out, like beach days, but oh my gosh, all I've done is eat. I've had so much bread and alioli.
But good for you. That's what holidays are all about.
Spanish ham every day.
How
and
nice.
The hotel actually done quite a nice rosé. So like every lunchtime, it's just I feel. But obviously, like where I'm still carrying baby weight, I honestly feel like I just need to detox.
Well, you really don't look like you need to detox. You look amazing, and also that's what holidays are for. Relax.
I know it is, isn't it? And to eat. But you know what? We was laughing because we went away with friends as well. So for the first kind of 5 days, we had our friends with us.
Yeah.
And we were saying like, isn't it funny? Like on holiday, you just sit about, you eat.
You sit down again. You have a little walk.
Sit down again.
And then you sit down again, yeah. So did Edward go in the swimming pool and stuff? Did he?
So unfortunately in the hotel, the swimming pool didn't have any shade, like the main swimming pool.
Okay.
And in our room, the little swimming pool, It was a little bit cold, but it was fine. When the sun really come down, a couple times he went in there. But I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram. In the rooms, they had these big baths.
Yes.
So I bought this little float thing from Amazon.
That looked
and
brilliant.
he just loved it in there, bobbing about in there. So
that was like his pool time, really.
Exactly. And sometimes he'd be in there for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Just like floating about, kicking his feet, looking around, like hearing his feet splash. He loved it. Honestly,
it's so
definitely.
cute.
I'm going to get you one for when you have the baby.
I know.
You've got the swimming pool.
The good thing is now is that because for so long we haven't had babies until now with Edward.
Yeah.
I'm kind of so behind on what's all the things, gadgets, what's the latest. But I feel like you'll be able to tell me everything now.
I will be able to tell you. And another thing as well, which was amazing. So the whole holiday, I had like a sheepskin in the pram.
Oh, I see that.
And
are they really good? Because I used to look at them
really
and think,
good.
The baby's going to be really hot with that wrapped around them. But...
No, so there is a little fact about sheepskin. So it keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So the whole time he was in the sheepskin in the pram, like he didn't sweat once. Like
Really?
It's actually amazing. Yeah, it actually works. Like it's
wow. So I definitely need to get one of those.
Definitely need to get one of
Put it
them.
on my list.
And they were. Oh, hello, you two.
Oh, I can see you now. So let me see him.
One sec. Come and say hello to Auntie.
Hello.
Hi, Auntie. Hi, Auntie.
Hello, my beautifuls. How was your holiday?
Good.
Yeah.
You look all lovely.
She said you look lovely.
What are you up to? What are you up to?
Playing.
Are you going to come to Auntie's house next week?
I can.
Are you going to go to Auntie's house next week and go swimming? You know they've got a swimming pool.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yay!
Yeah.
you know that on holiday, before we go on to holiday, you said I can get some Jurassic World toys when we get back from holiday.
Yeah.
That's the characters.
Okay, let mummy finish her podcast and we'll have a look after. No, come on, back in there, you two. Mummy's working and I'll be done soon.
Bye,
Say
love you.
She said bye, love you. Will you shut the door, please, Paul?
Paul's so gentle, isn't he? He's so lovely.
It's really funny.
Calm,
you know, like the toy thing. There might have been a night where I've said, look, okay. You know, like when you're just trying to diffuse something or like bribe something. No, he's on it already. Because the new Jurassic World movie came out, didn't it? So we went to see that. Now it's like, and he didn't think we knew.
Is it?
In the kitchen or upstairs. Shut the door, please.
Is it good, the new Jurassic World movie?
So I haven't seen it. Big Paul said it's a bit deep, dark.
Okay.
But it's always like the first half hour, don't you think? And then it gets like really dinosaur-y.
Yes, yeah.
So
it's like the story, and then like you're into the dinosaur.
Exactly.
bit.
But he loved it, and also the seaside toot shops that me and you used to love, the souvenirs. So obviously we had to go in them a couple of times, and it was funny on the dinosaur thing. So Rosie chose a Spanish dress.
Oh, did she?
Oh, actually, I encouraged her to buy a Spanish dress. I was like, Mummy and Auntie used to wear these when we was younger. So got the shoes, the dress, and the little clip thing with the flower. You know, like the
I
flower.
know, of course, yeah.
Oh, and the maracas. So like she got the whole set. Got home. The dress is uncomfortable. The maracas don't work. She'd peeled out the inner sole of the Spanish shoes, so it was like this sticky.
Hard,
and where
like
it's hot.
soul.
But so she was putting. So that was a disaster. And then because she'd bought something, Paul couldn't find anything, but then he had to get something. So he bought this like Moody, you know, like it's like a fake Jurassic Park. Like I can't explain. You know what I mean? Like so he got like a t-shirt and a cap.
Oh,
I
how
was like,
funny! All the merchandise.
Anyway, but all the merchandise.
Oh,
but,
bless him.
But you know, we had a really, really lovely time. I think I'm trying to think of any more like little tips I could tell you. Like, so definitely the baby flow,
about,
definitely the sheepskin. Also napping wipes. Run out of napping wipes straight away.
Oh yeah.
But then I just think really
get them out there.
Get them out there because it takes up so much space in the suitcase. Yeah. I took one of them massive packs like that and 3 packs of wipes. It was gone after like day 4.
Yeah.
So that,
you are better off getting all that sort of stuff. You're better off doing like a shop run on the day you arrive, aren't you? That's what we normally do on holiday.
Yeah.
Do like a shop run and get everything
even like
we
waters
need.
and stuff. Like because in the night if you need water and you've run out of water from the room or the minibar, you're like gasping. But it's made me think though, I do think next year when we go to Milk I'm just going to get a villa because it's just so much easier, I think, now having the 3 kids.
Yeah, I think a villa is easier when you've got a small baby. I think when they're older, like Nelly and Arthur now, I love being in a hotel because they like to make friends.
Yeah,
but
very true.
Thinking about like next year when we do a summer holiday and I've got a small baby, when you just need to put her in and out or like sort their bottle out or put them down for a nap, you are so much better being in a villa. So much better.
There was times where like we'd run the swimming pool and they were playing, and I was like, right, I'm going to take the baby back to the room so he can just have a sleep in the cool, like turn in the aircon where he'd been out all morning, let's say. And then you're so disconnected because like I'm back there, they're there, and I just thought actually it would be so much easier. And obviously because there's 5 of us now, like one wardrobe on holiday, it just isn't enough.
No.
The room was chaos. Like you can just imagine, can't you? Just
course.
I was trying to. Every time there was like dirty pile on the floor, I was trying to ship that into a case. But it's just, you know, you live in a house together, then you do a whole week, all of you
in one room,
in one space, and it's like, wow, this is going to be intense with the baby. And obviously in the mornings, Edward would wake up like quite a good time, like 8ish.
So what was he sleeping like?
He was fine. So we done me, Big Paul, and Edward in the main bed.
Yeah.
And then Rosie and Paul were in the pull-out sofa bed.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So we had like a suite. It wasn't massive. It was just like a normal size. And then they was in the pull-out bed. We was in there. That was all fine. But there was mornings where I was like trying to creep out of Edward, you know, to go to breakfast and have a coffee, let's say, and wait for the others to wake up. But then it'd wake up the whole room, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted them to lay in and, you know, just relax and enjoy. But that was quite tricky, and I think next year definitely a villa will be better for all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you kind of get to that point though, don't you, where you actually look forward to getting home and getting sorted. You feel refreshed.
Yeah.
Like
when you want to like get back into your routine and you've had a lovely time. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and we literally had such a lovely time. Like it was really nice. And I think actually now, obviously there's like work bits coming up, and I wrote loads of notes on my phone. Like I really want to try as well. I know, isn't it funny? Like every time you get back off holiday, you want to do a detox or you want to like diet or exercise.
You feel more motivated though, don't you?
But it's funny because our Peloton is in the garage, and I said to Paul, because it's so hot at the moment, do you think we could just plug it in through a window and just leave it so I can use it outside?
Yeah.
And he was like, you can if you want, but I was thinking I might just get on the Peloton outside.
Yeah, why not?
And get on it in the morning, just to do like a little cycle in the mornings.
Do you know what? I was, because obviously we've got our Peloton in our garage, and Greg's actually on a bit of a fitness mission at the moment.
Is he? That's good.
Yeah, he's like...
Is it in preparation for your holiday?
Yes, he's doing, but he hasn't got much time. He's only he's going to have 4 weeks to do it, but he's been on the Peloton every day, and it's in the garage, and it's sweltering. I don't know how he's doing it.
I bet he's literally coming off
dripping, but he doesn't mind
wet.
it. He thinks like that's part of the process. Like he likes it all.
Yeah, but I guess so.
I said to him when we moved, because we haven't got a place for the Peloton, I was like, in the summer months, it could actually go outside for a bit.
Well, it can, because when I look at the forecast, I was like, look, it's not going to rain for a good week.
Yeah.
So I was like, we can just plug it in outside, and so I'm thinking of doing that. I might actually do it tomorrow. Kickstart it, because I just feel like I need to, and I haven't done any exercise since having a baby, and I know you should give yourself a couple of months, which I have now, and now there's no excuses because my stomach feels fine. Like I feel like everything's gone back.
Like mended back to normal, and now you can
and now I'm left, and I've lost that initial baby water, so now I'm left with like the biscuit damage that I done throughout the pregnancy.
Oh my god, talking of biscuit damage, that's what do you know what I was thinking to myself this morning, the tea and biscuits has got to start. I was having it 3 times a day. That's what I'm doing.
Multiple biscuits per tea, not just one biscuit.
So I buy the they're called ginger snaps from Marks and Spencer's, right?
Yeah.
And to be fair, they're like 36 calories biscuit. But every morning I'm eating 4 of them with my tea.
Oh, I was doing that with rich tea.
Yeah.
I was like, rich tea, they're not got that many calories in it. I'm having 4 or 5 a go.
But I've noticed, like, because I've started buying some swimwear for holiday, because I'm really struggling with swimwear actually this time round, really struggling. So been buying all different shapes, styles, see which looks best. And I put a bikini on this morning, and I have been doing some training. I haven't trained this week though, because I'm not going to lie, I've just been too hot. But I have been training. I'm starting again next week. But I've noticed like some podge like on the back of my hips, and like a bit like more cellulite bum. And I think that's I'm not blaming that on the baby. That's the biscuits. That's the sugar.
That's me. And what I done was I just overindulged when I was pregnant with Edward, all the way to the end, and I still was after, and that's what I'm left with now. Like it's it's soft. I can't explain it. Like it's
like getting into that habit of like cutting down on sugar and toning.
Exactly.
So
and I feel
easier
like it's
said
going to
than
be
done.
really hard because I'm so far removed from it that I feel weak, and I'm naturally quite strong.
Yeah.
And like we walked a hill on holiday we had to walk up this hill and then down it to get to this beach club, and I was like, right, let's just walk it because we've done no walking on this holiday. Well, I was done in. I was like, give me a glass of rosé.
Yeah,
It was even that one little walk. I was like, where's my strength and my fitness gone?
I think just take it easy. Like, why don't you give yourself a really good, realistic goal of like spring next year? Like when you go like away at Easter next year, that's going to be
because I've actually got 2 weddings next year as well, and both those
so
weddings
that's like
are
a
abroad.
perfect.
So
And also like, can you is there anywhere near you where you can like walk with the pram? Because I think that's just so good, isn't it? Being able to get out and walk with the pram, like the baby's with you and you're on the move.
I can actually. There's a place quite near to where I live, which is lovely. It's all paths.
Yeah,
actually, I was there when I remember you called me the other week.
Yeah, I remember you
and
saying.
I said to you, it's all gardens and it's all paths. That's really nice.
Yeah.
But it's I need to do that. I'm just trying to avoid like where everywhere's busy at the moment.
But let's not skip past the fact Edward is not even 3 months old yet.
I know.
Like, so I do think like you've got to give yourself time. I think like next like spring, summer, that's a really good
realistic
and you could do it in it's not going to happen overnight, is it? That's the thing.
No.
So and also like I keep thinking the same, like, oh my gosh, next year I'm like, I'm really thinking about that already, but I think being in your 30s is probably harder to.
It's quite different, but I think with you as well, you've kept your weight. Like since having Nelly and Arthur and your prep for the wedding, you've been really good at keeping your weight down. Like after having Rosie, I went the opposite, and I've like kind of slowly got bigger and bigger, and then that had been my normal size. Do you know what I mean? I think that when you have this baby, you're not gonna have much weight to lose. I feel like I was already a bit bigger when I fell pregnant with Edward. So now I've really got to try hard. Look, it's fine. I was thinking of taking up some kind of sport, like tennis or
something like you can enjoy
something more fun. Yeah, like paddle. There's quite a lot of paddle tennis around here.
Paddle's really good for you. That's so good for you, paddle.
So yeah, I was thinking of doing something like that. And obviously, I know it's summer holidays now, making excuses already.
No, but
when the kids get back to school in September and there's that routine, like I definitely want to get into something.
Yeah,
I just need to work out what it is really.
It's time to hear from one of our sponsors.
Billie, do you feel stressed at the moment?
I feel like there's always so much going on in life, like whether it's the house, kids, work stuff, and especially being pregnant.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on. And I actually do think that you use this mental wellness app. It's called Calm.
Yes, so I've been using Calm probably for well over a year now. It started off like I just do the usual. I get into bed, I sit on my phone, I watch TV, I look at emails. My mind sort of feels like it's working in overdrive, and I struggle to settle down and go to sleep. So I downloaded Calm and I started using the sleep meditation apps, and it literally is amazing. And Nelly is the same. Like I've been using it for her as well with the kids ones, the kids sleep meditation, because she sometimes struggles to get to sleep, and I find that it works amazingly for both of us.
Amazing. I'm going to have to download that and give that a try because my two love a little bit of sleep meditation as well.
Yeah.
And also, guys, they've got guided meditations, there's creative music tracks, daily movement sessions, and the sleep stories for children and adults. And we are giving you a treat. So Calm is offering an exclusive offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/Sam and Billie.
Go to calm.com/Sam and Billie for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library.
That's calm.com/Sam and Billie. So get ready to stress less, sleep more, and live a happier, healthier life. But no, anyway, you look amazing, and your skin you look really glowy. Like your skin's gone all pure. Maybe you are having a boy because they say boys, girls steal your beauty in pregnancy, don't they?
Well, my skin's been a little bit up and down, but this week it's been all right. I mean,
how's your hair? Because hair, I always find is quite a good one to tell. Have you lost any hair, or do you feel thin or greasy?
Yeah, it does feel thin.
Does feel like a girl then.
Does feel like really like. Actually, a few weeks ago, it felt really thin. That's why I said to you, "Can I have some Revive collagen?" Because I know.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I got 2 boxes.
Okay, good.
That's why I asked you as well, because I know how good that is for your hair growth. That might be why my hair's going better. But yeah, no, I do you know what? I really don't know. It's so weird. Like, I was looking at how I carried with Arthur and how I carried with Nelly. I know that doesn't really mean much, but I was trying to see, like, gauge. And I feel like I look like I'm carrying more like I did with Nelly, because I'm more hippie. Like, I've got like this, like, I feel like it's really coming from my hips, but low. I'll just show you. Like, I'll give you a little bump.
Yeah, show me.
Oh, please ignore what I'm wearing. Say, I've actually got. Also, I never really bought maternity clothes before, but this time round, because of the shape of my bump, I feel like I've been looking for maternity denim shorts at the moment.
Oh, turn to the side. Wow. Oh, you've got such a bump now, haven't you? It's like really showing.
And it's really hard.
Really hard. That's the thing with a pregnancy bump. It's so hard. I think people are like, "Oh, you're tiny still," but where it's hard, clothes don't feel comfortable, do they? It's not like it's soft.
And look, see, like with these are obviously like saggy.
Yeah, they're gonna start digging in. You need.
Like,
I wore Paul's. I just wore Paul's bottoms the whole pregnancy in the end because they were comfortable.
And my boobs are like.
And your boobs, I was gonna say, they look massive.
Oh no, Greg went to me. They're the biggest and I do think they are the biggest they've ever been. They are gigantic udders.
So when I was shopping for my nursing bras, I just measured myself. Well, actually, Mum done it for me. So it shows you how you do it. You go from like, you measure this bit, and then you do that bit. And I ended up being something like a 38 double D, or an E or something, which is really big for me. But I wonder what you are now.
Well, I've got these.
You should get Greg to measure you.
Well, I've got. Do you know, I should get them measured properly actually, because I've got these bras.
Well, you could do it at home if you've got a measuring tape.
Yeah, I should just do it. But I've got these bras that I bought. Oh my gosh, I'm buying the non-wired because it's too uncomfortable to wear wired, and they're also like parachutes. They're literally like parachutes. They're humongous.
That's hilarious. Would it fit on the head? I bet it does.
It fits on the head perfect. I've already tried it.
That's hilarious. Isn't it funny, like how your body, like just your boobs, even and you haven't even, mind you, I guess they're getting ready for if you was going to breastfeed. It's starting to get all that ready, isn't it? But why do they go so big before the milk comes in? It's like,
and my nipples are really dark. Like,
mine are still really dark. I don't think they go back to the
I
normal
don't mind
colour,
dark nipples though. I quite like dark nipples. Like, it doesn't offend me at all.
No, mine are still really, really dark, like chocolate, dark brown.
Chocolate, that's what mine like, dark chocolate.
I can't remember. I think they don't actually, well, obviously where I'm still feeding, but I don't think they go back until way after you finish feeding.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyway, enough about nipples and hips and tits. How are you feeling? And that's what I wanted to ask you, because I think our listeners would like to know. How did you tell Nelly and Arthur?
So when we told them, it was I was really like building myself up to it, because I wanted to capture it as well on camera. So I said to Mum, I was like, Mum, will you come round and video us telling the kids? Because I thought it's such a nice memory. Like, I wanted to capture it all. And so what I'd done is I wrote a little letter, and it just said in it, it was basically saying like, dear Nelly and Arthur, you haven't met me yet. I'm in Mummy's tummy. And I worded it like, I'm your baby brother or sister. I can't wait to be. Worded it like that. So I wrote a little letter and I from the baby.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, and it arrived, and I was like, Nelly, Arthur, there's a letter at the door, and then Nelly brought it in and she read it out. And Nelly was so sweet, bless her. Like, she was like emotional, like happy tears almost.
I haven't seen this video actually. You'll have to show me when
I'll send you the video. Like, she literally, like,
so sweet.
when she read the letter and then she realised that like, she's going to have a baby brother or sister. she like just hugged me and she didn't let go for
Oh,
ages. Like,
bless
you know, like she was
her.
just like
She
literally
was so
like,
happy.
really happy, and Arthur was like he was like, "Mummy gonna have a baby, Mummy gonna have a baby," and then it was really funny. Like then they was obviously asking loads of questions, and they was really excited, and then Arthur their mum was sat down, and Arthur was on Mum's lap, and he was like sort of staring like into like space,
Deep in
like
thought,
he was
yeah.
like deep in thought. It was like everything was kind of like settling in. Huh? Oh, she's here, Nelly. 1 minute. Pardon? Nelly's saying middle child syndrome about Arthur.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Jeez, he is going to be middle child.
Middle child. Yeah, so he sat in like deep thought on Mum's lap, and then all of a sudden he went, "But you said I was always your baby." Right? I was cracking up.
That is
honestly.
hysterical.
I was
No,
like,
the
"You
fact
are
that
my
he was
baby."
sitting there, he must have been thinking.
And then he was like, "But I thought
That
I
is
was
so
your baby."
funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. I thought, oh, here we go.
Well,
but
you
no,
want to hope it's a girl then, because then he technically can still always be your baby boy.
Well, I didn't think of that because at the moment, Nelly really wants a girl. I mean, and Arthur
Right.
wants a boy. Same as Paul and Rosie.
Same
like,
Paul
what they
and
was
Rosie,
like.
yeah.
And but actually, that's if I do have a girl, I could say to
Yeah.
Arthur, oh, "You're still my little boy," like because
I say it to Rosie, because Paul wouldn't have been fussed at all. He's just not really like that. Whereas Rosie was like adamant she wanted a sister.
yeah.
But with Rosie, like, I always say to her, "You're my number one girl," because she's my
Yeah.
only girl, and I go, "You're still my baby girl," like, and she loves that because it still makes her feel really like important. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully that might be the trick for you then. When you,
Yeah,
if you
that's so true. Actually, I didn't think of that.
have you thought any more about your birth?
Yes, and funny enough, oh my gosh, that's what I was sorting out earlier on. I've had probably between 10 and 15 calls today from all the different departments at the hospitals, and honestly, it's been going on all morning. So I have actually been quite bad this time round. I didn't actually register myself to the hospital until last week. I've been
Nor
having
did
my
I. I was
scans
the same.
privately, yeah. So
I was the same.
obviously I would love to try for a home birth this time. You've inspired me.
Are you going to do it?
Well, yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I'm definitely
Amazing.
like I'm that's my aim. I would love to have a home birth, but obviously you have to consider
Amazing.
if it doesn't go to plan, then I would have to go to hospital. So
Well,
I
it's
rung
only as long as the baby is in the right position, then there shouldn't be a reason why you can't. Like, as long as baby is like head down and in the right position.
But then
Wow, how exciting.
the hospital that I want to be under the care of said, "Oh no, you have to be under this other hospital because if you're having a home birth, the midwife won't come out to you." And I was like, "Oh no, I don't." I said, because if anything does happen, like during labour or before, I don't want to give birth at this other hospital. I want to do it at this hospital. Blah blah
Right,
blah.
okay,
So
yeah.
it's been back and forth all morning, and also they desperately need me in for my 20-week scan because I haven't had that yet.
Yeah, because what happens is when you have private scans, you'll know that they don't count. They don't care. They want their own scans for their own records, don't they?
Yes, exactly.
And
so,
their own blood tests and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to get me in for that this week, but I've typically really busy work week, and they keep ringing me back and forth with dates, times, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I can't do that, or I can't make that. Anyway, so that's been going on all morning.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm
obviously
really
it's
pleased. I'm really excited and really pleased that you're going for a home birth.
Greg's like, he's not so sure. He's not that keen.
Really?
Yeah, I think
the
he's
best
just a
thing
bit of a
ever.
panicker, worrier.
I just think hospitals are more scary than being at home. Just depends how you look at it, and depends how you are. You've been at both my home births, and you know how lovely, how amazing it is. And I would, do you know what I would do if I was you as well? You haven't got to do it now. You can do it right at the end. Hypnobirthing.
Yeah, well,
Just
just
try it.
Do you know what? I've already spoken to Louise's sister.
Yes, because she does. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would definitely do that because, like, with me, your kind of pain relief is your breathing, your noises, whatever it is. In my case, noises. So definitely give it a go.
Yeah, she said to me after I've had my 20-week scan to contact her, and we'll make a plan. So yeah, definitely up for trying that. You know, anything to help.
I
with
get
that.
to be there. At least I get to be there throughout the labour. Even if you want to get transferred in or you feel like you want to go in, at least I can be there at some point. So any more name ideas? I know that we're not going to share them because I do think it's quite private, so it's not going to be Ernest.
No,
Ernie.
Ernie, that was really funny, wasn't it?
That was so funny.
I really, really don't know, and I'm being genuine with you now. Like, I don't know. I have no idea for.
Do you have a girl's name? I think you do.
I've got more girls' names that I like.
That was like me. I have more girls' names, but not boys.
I'm really struggling with because I think it's got to be something traditional.
Right,
classic.
let's get the listeners. So if you're listening to this, can you send us in some potential boy names?
Yes, we need some inspiration, please.
Let's whittle it down. So you quite like traditional, don't you?
Traditional. It has to kind of suit, you know, Nelly and Arthur.
Yeah. Give us some ideas because I was the same. It was. I just feel like
it's really difficult, isn't it?
I just think with girls you can kind of get away with, you know, more unusual names if you wanted to. But like with boys, you look at them as a man, don't you? Like I think you're going to be a man one day.
You want them to be taken seriously in life.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
You know. So I'm still unsure.
And so how are you actually feeling this time round? Because obviously we speak every day, but I feel like when I was carrying Edward from the start, even towards the end, it was a lot more. Like I felt heavier. You know, I just felt like more tired. I needed the wee all night more. Like there was like so many more things that just felt differently about the third, carrying the third. I don't know if it's because it's the third or because we're in our 30s. I don't know. But how are you feeling?
I have been like in the beginning, I felt really tired, really sicky, nauseous, didn't know what to eat, really like, you know, just not great. I feel much better now, feel much more energy. However, gets to about 7:30 and I'm literally ready for bed. I'm so ready for like I get the
Do you go to bed at 7:30?
Well, as soon as I get the kids in bed, I get in bed myself. Like have a shower, get in bed. I am noticing I've got a lot more pressure already underneath. That's been going on for a couple of weeks. And also I feel like I've got a bit of water retention in my legs at the minute. You know, like when you press it and it's like spongy.
You need to get Greg to massage you.
He did give me a little foot massage yesterday, but I really, really want to try pregnancy reflexology.
Yes, so
I never tried that with Nelly and Arthur.
So I'd done it with little Paul. Did I do it with Rosie? I don't think I did. And I've done it with Edward. And it is so... Even if it's just for sleep... Like, I think I had 4 sessions when I was really... I had him when I was a bit bigger, but you could start now. Like, you can do it from whenever. It is so relaxing. And obviously, they know what they're doing, like, with your foot, like, all the pressure points, and they can just release.
Gosh, so, like...
And I actually had pregnancy reflexology 24 hours before my waters broke with Edward.
Well, they say that it can help.
It can bring on,
because I was reading something about that the other day, actually. But... yeah, I really want to try pregnancy reflexology. I've got a lot of, at the end of the day, I've got so much pressure in the heels of my feet as well.
Yeah, I felt that.
Which is quite weird because I'm not huge yet. Do you know what I mean? I can understand if I was in my 3rd trimester. Sorry, I'm now getting a massage.
Is that her hands or is that a puppet?
It's her hand. She's she's putting her elbows in my...
Oh, like that.
That's lovely. Thank you.
You should get down and do Mummy's feet for her.
She looks the same as me today. We've got the same hair.
You have got the same hair, twinning. Yeah, I felt all that pressure underneath, pressure in the feet.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. But
at least when you're biggest, it's going to be cold.
Yes, do you know
Imagine
what?
being like 9 months pregnant
in this heat.
now.
I did think that this morning because I slept really bad last night. I was up and down, tossing and turning. Have got a fan in my room, but I just couldn't sleep. But I'm actually really excited to have a winter baby.
So nice.
So I never had a winter baby. I'm really looking forward to. What?
You could call it winter.
Could call it winter. Oh, I love
That's
that
a
name.
nice
I love
name.
Winnie. Winter. Winter's lovely.
It's a nice name.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to winter. But like, I know obviously
It's
Rosie
really
and
nice.
Paul,
It's really
they were winter
cozy.
babies. Like, I'm excited to like feel no pressure to get out and about, and just to be
and also
indoors,
it
cozy.
is just really cozy, and that's the thing. Like, you don't want to go out 'cause it's too cold. And when you're really pregnant, you can just wrap up in jumpers and leggings, and it is actually quite nice. Then obviously, it's lovely being pregnant and having the baby in winter, but then for birthdays and stuff, it's so good having summer. I'm so glad that Edward's May, because
you can do like
it's you could do more with their
like
birthdays.
Nelly always has a really good birthday party.
Always. Did she have a good party? I'm gutted that I missed it. Did she
really
have a good time?
good. It was lovely. It was just all her horse riding friends and some family.
Nice.
It was really cute. Like pretty much similar
Similar
to
to last year.
Obviously, we was planning on doing her party at the new house this year, but because it's not ready, got plenty of years to do parties there. But she loved it. It was really cute. Just all the things. Yeah, you did, didn't you? She's back.
So I think throughout the pregnancy, I think each week we just do, like we did with me, a little catch up.
Little
how you're getting on, any changes, any tips for other pregnant mamas out there. And
I've been trying to think if I've got any tips or anything. Do you know what it is?
Have you been? Yeah.
I've been so busy with filming, work, kids.
How long are you filming till this series? When
Filming
do you finish?
till October.
Right, okay.
So just over a month before the baby's due, I'll be filming up till. So I this sounds really bizarre, but I sometimes forget that I'm pregnant.
Oh yeah, well, you're so busy, and it's
I don't even.
Do you know that? That actually
really
happens.
weird.
Even when you've got a bump, sometimes that will happen. Even when you've got a bump, like a bigger bump.
I forget that I'm pregnant. Not that, you've got to carry on anyway, haven't you? And I think when you've got two little ones to look after, and
it's
everything
totally
else,
different.
Completely different. You're not looking into everything as much. I haven't bought a thing obviously yet. And I did actually think the other day, it's going to be really nice, to get to that stage where you do start. I mean, I could buy stuff now, but I thought I'm going to wait till I move and start buying bits and getting organised when the baby gets here. But I've just sort of carried on as normal.
But it's quite good though to have that mentality, because it'll just go quick for you. Do you know what I mean? Because and do all your busy bits now, because when you get bigger, you're going to just want to relax. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite good that you're doing all your filming now. All the house stuff is in full force now, and then when it gets to when you're 8-9 months, then at least you can actually take some time off and relax and just
exactly, because I do I did relax. Say that to Greg. I was like, when we're that last trimester, I said, Samantha said to me, you're gonna feel really tired and it's gonna be hard. So
it is, and it's because you've got the other two as well, when you're just always on the go. You just need to put your feet up towards the end, because and
it's also going to be around Christmas time as well, so I need to be super organised Christmas this year.
Yeah, you do actually. You should start buying your presents when you finish filming in October.
I was thinking that. I'm always one of them. I'm buying them the week before Christmas still. I can't do that this year.
What is that? I think everyone does that, to be honest.
Last minute
nightmare. Lastminute.com. Sorry, I'm drinking so much water today because. Did I tell you about my memory?
No, memory loss.
So my memory loss really annoys me, and I know that I've got 3 children. Okay. I know there is a thing of mind fog, baby fog, whatever it is, but it's starting to get to me now, and I was like, I want to do something about it. So I had an appointment with a holistic doctor.
Right.
So she's prescribed me some tincture that I have to take each day with water, to hopefully help with my memory and my brain and my sharpness.
That's really interesting, because I'm the same. I've been putting it down to baby brain recently, but my memory's not great.
No, and I'm hoping. Actually, do you know what? I'll let you know how I get on, because this is going to be across the period of about 3 months. But I just want I want to be sharper. Do you know what I mean? I want to, I'll let you know how I get on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a great catch up.
Yes, I feel like we could go for hours, couldn't we?
I know we could, couldn't we? So we've run out of time now today, guys. But thank you so much for listening. And it was so lovely to see you, Billie. Hopefully I'll see you this week in person.
Yes, you must come over. Let's get together as well this week.
Definitely. And yeah, don't forget, guys, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.